Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another anime review for Anime Month. Now, this one, well, this one is very. Now, with this particular anime, is this one I would say recommend for more the adults, I should say. Now, for like less probably probably less of age, maybe 15, I don't know. It's because when we're a certain age and we all break the rules and see more, it's like for a scary horror film you're not supposed to see no matter what age you are. You're always like breaking the rules to see that scary movie though. Like that kind of thing. You always, no matter what age you are, you always bend the rules to break the rules to see what certain anything, no matter what your parents say. but with this particular anime, it's most gratuitous and best insane of fan service I've watched. Well, as far as in my collection of animes that I have, it's definitely one of them. Cause like, for the content that I'm going to describe for this anime is very, very gratuitous, I should say. So, like, probably say viewer discretion is advised while I describe this, because a lot of the animes that I watch, are more of the mature, especially dealing with the fan service. As I said before, there's a lot of animes that I enjoy the animes I have fan service, lots of it, and I like them. I like some of the animes. Well, probably say a lot of the animes I have, but for me though, this is more to it than just fan service. But this one definitely has like every single episode, basically. But what anime I'm talking about is Valkyrie Drive Mermaid. Now, Valkyrie Drive Mermaid is based on like I said, based on like all the ones I've said. It's based on a manga series, but I've never read it though. I've never read the manga series. And I went for I remember when I first got this on the one of my DVD updates, anime updates. For what I remember, I described, because my memory is that bad. I described that I did when I first got it. I watched the whole entire thing, and I probably described it was very full on fan service, so galore. And that's what this is. This is fan service galore. Like, and this is how the DVD cover is, and this is what the slip cover when it's the slip cover on. So you got this, and you got this. So now you accept what I'm getting to when you're watching something like this. So it's definitely full on grotesque fan service in this anime series. So this is definitely not one for everybody, because this goes on full on fan service, so much of it. So, but like I said, if you get past the fan service and how the content is, for story wise and character wise, first off, the animation is well done. It's very well made, and especially when the animation is full going on the content, the fan service part, it's definitely well animated. You definitely say that though. But Valkyrie Drive Mermaid, okay. As the story follows in this series, it was released in 2015, and it's only on 12 episodes. Well, there's supposed to be 6 OVA episodes though, but it's not on this DVD or Blu-ray combo pack, so it's not on there. So, I haven't get to see them though. But it's 12 episodes. But the story is it follows this young girl named for first name, Mimure, if I mispronounced the name, sorry. Mimure, but Takanome. I'll just call her Takanome, because I pronounced her first name, but Takanome, she's a 16-year-old girl, small, sweet, innocent, 16-year-old girl, and how opens up, she is taken by these mysterious men, and then all of a sudden she wakes up. She's on this mysterious island, which for I know the island it's an artificial island which is called Mermaid. She wakes up. She doesn't know where she's at. Thinks she's all alone until she these two girls in bikinis, and well, there's a castle there, and it's called Bester. And we see our commander Kazume sends these two girls to because says there's a new transfer, we got a new transfer, so and that's Takanome, to see how she does. And she and Takanome makes these two girls, like, she doesn't know what's going on, like, things like okay, please borrow your phone and all that stuff, right? And first off, they start laughing because what it says on her shirt is her last name. Her last name is Takanome, but how her last name, well, sometimes this is a spelling coincidence, sometimes her last name is like the same word as virgin. Because, yeah, it's a spelling coincidence. It may look the same, but my name is Takanome. And saying, like, oh, so you're not a virgin? Well, she says, well, technically I am. But my last name is Takanome. It spells the same, but it's Takanome. So you get a running joke of that. Well, it's a running joke, like, probably for most of the first half of the series, though, but they stopped right with a running gag joke of that towards the last half of the season, so it's not throughout the whole series, so it's like kind of like the first half of that running joke. So, well, particularly the first few episodes. But for all the stories, this is an island that's for girls only, because only the girls that are infected with this virus called the armed virus. And it's a divided thing where with the armed virus, between all the girls, there are two types of infected for the armed virus. There's Liberators, and then there's X-Stars. Now, X-Stars, which reveals that's what Takanome is, she's an X-Star, and then she sees the two girls one starts fondling the other one, the big-breasted one, and she turns her into a weapon, because, like, the X-Stars are turned into weapons, and the Liberators are ones that, quote, drive them. So, drive them. So, the one just turns into, like, this gun, and then also another transfer, it gets sent to the island with our second protagonist, Mirai. That's her name. Mirai. And she's a Liberator, and she's already been awakened. She already knows, like, when she starts flying, all of a sudden she sees her and just starts being mobile and agile to protect her, and then makes her to transform her into Takanome into her special ability. She is able to transform into a blade. And just one swipe just kicks both those two girls' asses, basically. And, well, first that Takanome, she didn't understand what was going on. It all happened, seemed like a one big blur, so she didn't fully understand what happened. So they're walking through the jungle, and then they see the castle. And they arrive in this from the castle, which gets turned into an arena, and then there's this one girl named also. Well, there's Commander Kazumi, and then there's this other woman. So it's kind of like the one also in charge as well, named Charlotte. Basically, throughout the whole series, this character Charlotte, she's basically a bitch. Basically, throughout this whole series, cruel, bitchy. That's what she is. So she sends this one other Liberator next star to fight them, because the A class sends an A class Liberator and X-Star to fight the new transfers. And, like, this one, this A-class team, like, the Liberator, one with his weird eye patch, and basically how to like I said, though, how they transform into weapon, how they transform the X-Stars into weapons, basically just sexually, so like fondle or whatever. That's what the thing. That's what the thing is with this series. One thing with it is this. Yeah, or best I'll read off of here is who can they transform into weapons when sexually aroused, and liberators who wield the power of the X-Stars to form. Yeah. But do like sexual stuff basically to make them transform into weapons. Like with this A-class couple, like the Liberator makes the X-Star, tied up and like piecing them out, like basically like S&M stuff basically. See, like the stuff the stuff I describe, it's all probably not everybody to listen to, but it's how what the anime is. So, but I'm saying if you get past the fan service and all that other stuff, though, you get some. Well, character-wise, I like especially our two main protagonists, Takanomi and Mirai, as well. I thought the two worked well. Like, it shows how they care for one another, and even though work together as a team, to fight wherever, and so. But Takanomi, Mirai starts kissing Takanomi, and Takanomi's like, oh, she's kissing me, and she's like, started like molesting me, and also because grabbing her, groping her, and all that stuff, and able to transform into her form, the sword, and just once again, one swipe, it's all over. And then Mirai does something that goes up to towards Charlotte, and she gets restrained, and Takanomi wakes up in a bed, in a room where she meets with Commander Kazumi. And Commander Kazumi describes the whole thing with the arm virus and what Takanomi's powers is, how she's an X-Star, and what just happened. Like, she shows footage, like, the exact moments of what happened, so. So then Charlotte comes in and saying that there's gonna be a wedding. It's just not like a romantic thing, but it's more of a matching up for her to match up with a proper liberator. A perfect a matching her with a right liberator basically. So she gets put in the wedding dress, and which first she kind of likes because it's the one I always dream of, and all that, and she meets with her groom, a girl basically, and who is an A-class liberator. Tries to attempt to do the same thing what Mirai was doing, but she's not the right one. And of course, we know that Mirai, she's the right one. She, with the help, she escapes from her being restrained for the help of this other girl named Meifang. Who's like Meifang, she's like this tomboy country style girl, talking with a country accent, and helps her get out, and with the exception of these other two other girls named Lady, which I'll get to though. So she escapes, and then she helps Takanomi and basically escape, and then to another part of the island, and where they properly introduce themselves, like how Takanomi, she's 16, and Mirai, for what her appearance is, she's actually 15. And I chuckled how Takanomi's reaction was like, "You're 15? I mean, you're actually a whole year younger than me? With that body, you're actually a whole year younger than me?" that did make me laugh. How was her reaction? So, and then one thing leads to another, that Meifang helps them to this little refuge for other girls who are X-Stars and Liberators that don't want to live with the Vesti Castle, so they live in this little refuge place run by Miss Toronoro, who lets them stay. And also, I forgot to mention another character, the Governor, who runs the Castle Vesti. So the Governor, who's basically the only male, the only boy on the whole island. So, which he has this artificial X-Star, kind of like a robot X-Star, basically. So, but until you find out later in the series, later on, by episode, what was it? By episode 7, yeah, by episode 7, which you find out the governor is actually not a boy; he's actually a girl, who was set there, to act as a boy. If you get back in the episode 7, you get a flashback to with her. Her name is Akira, and saying that her mother needs you need to act like a boy and for you to be safe and give proper orders to stuff, etc. And with the help of you have a little your artificial X-Star, basically. So, and until you find out, but only Miss Torno, who leads the refuge place for all the other girls, she's the only one who knows who she really is until later in that episode when Mirai sees her who she really is because she had her governor clothes in a bag, so when she was getting at Mirai sees her who she really is. And until the series progressed, I feel like for the first half, it says with our two main characters of Mirai and Takanome selling where they had childers. There's once again the fan service, the gratuitous part. Sometimes you see literally between our two main characters how we get Takanome to turn into the Sora that she is. You see French kissing, and literally basically touching the other tits, basically nipples. Like I said, it's very grotesque, especially when it's very up when he does it very up close, boobs touching boobs and all that stuff. So yeah, I could see why it's probably see it. Well, for some people probably don't like that though, but there are a lot of people because for us guys probably like that, And probably still some people could say it's probably hentai, or softcore, I wouldn't put it as far as, yeah, it has some of that stuff in it, but the close-ups of the boobs touching boobs, basically, but I wouldn't put it as full-on hentai, basically. I wouldn't put it in that category. Not to me, I wouldn't. But I could definitely see what some people do. Oh, this is for, good eye candy and all that stuff. Yeah, for us guys, it probably would, so. But like I said, you get past the fan service, you get some, with story and characters. I like our two characters, for Mirai and Takanome. How they care for each other and how they work together as a team and all that. And you get more of the backstory of what Mirai's backstory about until that second half of the season. I think it was about episode 8. No, or there was episode 9. Because she was a soldier, not soldier, but the name soldier. Because there was this other girl who was also our villain as well, named Mocha. What was the other one? Mocha was her name. But I'll get to that. In a moment, though. But as I said, as a series, the first half, with the content of the fan service, one particular one, episode 5, there's this girl who she's an X-Star, but she didn't know though she has the ability to grow to basically into a giant. And when we see her, she's a giant, big busted girl, naked because she's a giant, and it shows this throughout the whole entire episode is this giant naked girl. But apparently because Her name was named Nina. I was butchering the name. Nina, I think it was Mime. But it's basically they try to solve how she was able to how she became a giant, and by the end it was her. And it was the thing was the emotions, I think, which just sets her off. So by the time because her partner, who she loves basically, jumps right into her giant, and then is actually able to shrink down to her normal size. And then to another part where in the next episode, where there's this festival where both sides can be happen for one day because there's this festival, and then there's this beauty pageant, and the prize is this giant stuffed cat that Takanome liked back home. So they make Mirai go to this beauty pageant, going to trying different outfits and stuff, and then Meifeng had these two other girls about it, but they rigged the whole thing where Charlotte wins the beauty pageant. So she figured out that they rigged it, and they have a fight while Mirai and Takanome fight with the girls' duplicates. Meifeng fights the real girls. One is an X-Star who transforms into like this, I don't know, this garb, I guess, I don't know what she is, wear around the waist. And I thought it was an interesting thing how with Meifeng is that she doesn't need a person, because she's an X-Star, but she didn't need a person to do so to become become a weapon. The thing is though, what her liberator is actually money. So she uses the money as her liberator to transform herself into a weapon. I thought that was kind of actually quite funny and somewhat interesting, I would say. So you don't need a person, so as you like money, so that could be your liberator. You can transform into a weapon. So, and then as the series goes on, like I said before, the governor finds out that she's actually a woman, and then the villain named Momoka. She's from this organization called AAA, where she was a soldier like Mirai. They were together until Mirai couldn't kill, and then Momoka, she abandoned her, and she has this insane hatred for her. So she's sent there to the island to manipulate Charlotte and be her X-Star or whatever, and also to expose the governor, who he really is to everyone, to expose her as she's actually a girl, and she lied to you all this time, etc. So once upon a point, Charlotte knew governor, but that's what Charlotte Momoka couldn't care less about. But her real plan is that she wants to. Her and two other girls from AAA was to find the target, because early in another episode where Mirai and Takanome and Meifeng, the two other girls, Lady, which you found that these two girls, they're from another part, and these two can actually both act as both. Each girl can act as both Liberator and X-Star. So each girl can be both of that and just operate one another as either an X-Star or a Liberator. Like one can be transformed into a motorcycle, one can be like this big cannon, etc. Either way or the other. They try to find this hidden place where I think they can just bring down the shield, because this shield that surrounds the island, which prevents from any girl from leaving the island. So this is one thing where they think it's a place where they can find the answers, but basically no. And where Mirai and Takanome, they get into this fight with this robot, and Mirai kind of exposes what some of her powers, like for her soldier power, and Takanome doesn't want her to use that. And she, one point, she transforms to a different type of weapon. She transforms into this long spear, which is called the Valkyrie effect. and then until by the end of the episode, Valkyrie Drive, hence the title Valkyrie Drive, by the end of the episode. Of the last episode, I mean. So. But this one's called the Valkyrie Effect. And that's when Mokuka first arrives on because for what happened at that incident. And so, but just jumping ahead to the episodes where, till one point where they capture, Momoka captures Takanome. Yeah, I was like, she is the one that has the power for the Valkyrie effect, and she wants to use her as her own weapon. And when she does, which much to because she really wants to, because she truly hates Mirai, so uses Takanome because transform into a dark sword. You know, like she's a for when Mirai uses her, she's like a light sword, but when Momoka uses her, she's like turns into this dark sword, and very powerful. And basically, and by the time towards the end of the series, like the last episode, well, for most of the fight scenes throughout the whole series, I thought it was pretty good. But we came to the last episode, the fight scene was very good, I would say. Well animated, well straight with the animation. The fight scene was really well done. I would say that. And for the small fight scenes throughout the whole series as well, was very decent as well. So I'll give it that too. But by the time of the last episode, because also you get to one point where with Commander Cosme, is that she had a partner as well though. But when they first, because you get a flashback how she became commander is when her and her partner was at Hibiki. Well, when they first arrived, like she gets Cosme had longer hair, and they got to fight with girls, and until the governor intervened, and Hibiki is in shock, so she would never leave her room. So basically, Governor made Cosme commander, and she cut her hair and called herself like the zero arms, so she could fight. She's capable of fighting on her own. So, but to the one point during the big fight finale, Hibiki, says sorry for making you fight alone. So they join together. Hibiki becomes Kazume's arm, kind of like this blade, arm blades, and kind of like sort of like roller blades, basically. All the ones like Lady, Meifeng get in there and try to fight, but Mogumo is proven too powerful. She even absorbs like all the girls, including Mirai, Governor, everybody, into Tokonome, so she can have all the power to herself. And you the part where all like when Minarai's inside Tokonome, as an arm, see all the girls. Well, all the girls naked, like they're all kind of like these things, like absorbing them, I guess. And it's just very. This is probably something you probably would see out of a hentai, but it's not to me though. But she breaks free of it and sees Tokonome chained up, but breaks her free and lets everyone out. And Mokumo and her two other sisters become like this giant robot until Nimine gives her like becomes like a giant and gives her gets a hand as well. And to the point where Takanome and Minare join together become, the perfect. They say describe the perfect form, Valkyrie Drive. Hence, Valkyrie Drive. And be able to defeat Mokonome, but then Momoka, and basically Mirai kisses her, just tell her to stop all this. And I guess because of that, now Momoka is now perfectly fine with it now. Like all the hatred aside now, so everything's a-okay now. So, and And no, because of this, with this perfect form they have now, they share it together now, they're able to suck out the arm virus from all the girls on the island, so now they're cured. They know they'll no longer carry the arm virus, so now they're able to free to go back home now. And but as much that Tokonami King wants to go back to her family, her parents, she decides she wants to. Her Mirai wants to help all the other girls out there who have the arm virus out in the rest of the world, so they can live on normal life. So they're gonna go out there, find any other girl who has an arm virus, and so basically get rid of it so they can live normal lives. And Mei Feng's with them, and Lady are helping them as well. So, but yeah, so Valkyrie Drive, Mermaid. For a lot of parts, it's just a lot of passion, insane, grotesque, full fan service in this show. But to me, I like the show though, but not just because of not for the insane amount of fan service in this, but for, like I said, story, characters as well. Okay, you can have a fan service in there though, but you can have a good story and good characters as well. Because that's what make a lot of times make films or shows work. Story, characters, But yeah, okay. But the thing with what I like about this is our two main characters of Mirai and Takanome. I thought the chemistry they have together, I thought was very fine. How it really shows like how they care for one another, and like so they're working together. And it's not just like say it's not go. Well, I think. Maybe by the end it's a romantic relationship. I don't know. Although she said, well, Mirai when she was inside Tokonami in her arm inside her arm weapon, when she see her, she was changed. She said, I think what she said, my love. I guess maybe that's the part where she says she kind of thinks she loves her. But some of these are like I guess. Whoops. Almost dropped it. So excited, I almost dropped it. But if you haven't seen this, if you think it's like a romantic relationship, you decide. I can somewhat kind of see maybe it's like a romantic relationship, and some guys don't. It's just how they work together, how become like a team, for between Liberator and X-Star. So I don't know. I would say for the most part, maybe to me, I think it is a romantic relationship, but at one point it's not. So, I mean, it's hard to decide on that part, though. But yeah, I do like. Overall, I do like Valkyrie Drive, Mermaid. Like I said, if everyone's here just to watch this just for the fan service, feel free to, because you get a hell of a lot of it, basically almost every episode. One particular in episode 5 with the giant naked girl, basically, and see a lot of like more like French kissing and like boobs rubbing against boobs, all that. So especially when it's very close up, I mean, the animation is well made, and especially it helps with the fan service as well. So, and with the character wise, like Takanome, sweet, innocent, and she does care a whole lot, and Mirai, tough, strong, but at the same time she does care about Takanome, so you get the nice chemistry between the two characters. So, and the music for the most part, the score, I thought was very decent, and the action, especially the last episode, was very well done. The action was pretty good, especially at the end of the episode. But a little bits of action between the small battles and the other episodes were, I would say, very decent as well. But for the other animes though, this one has definitely the most gratuitous and probably insane fan service I've watched I have in my collection. I mean, High School DxD has very good amount of fan service, especially in the nudie part. But it's not like this. like certain contexts though, but still, I mean, High School DxD has good amount of fan service, especially with our character who likes to grope, you know. But High School DxD has that. Oh no, I mean High School. I'm gonna say High School of the Dead too, though, but it's definitely much less of what Valkyrie Drive is. So, but and same goes with other ones like Heaven's Lost Property and some other ones too. So, but this one is definitely one of the most gratuitous and basically insane amount. So, but all at the same time, I do like Valkyrie Drive Mermaid. It's probably not much for everybody because of the fan service. But if you look past it, you know, it can be likable, especially with story and characters. But if you're just here to watch the fan service, okay, it's probably for your thing though. But I still like Valkyrie Drive. So, but like I said, 12 episodes, DVD/Blu-ray combo pack. But as I aforementioned, there's 6 OVA episodes though, but it's not on here though. So sadly, which I don't know why. For features has what just trailers and that's it though. But you should just include the OVA episodes. I mean, what's not able to fit them on here? That's a cop out. You should be able to fit the OVA episodes on there. So. But yeah, that's my review of Valkyrie Drive Mermaid. If you haven't seen this, give it a watch and see how your take on it. Probably either you'll laugh or it's like, oh, this is crazy with the fan service, you know. So, but anyway, I'm curious to see how you would probably react. So, but if I would recommend it, I would say good luck on watching all the way through though. So just give it a watch and see how you think of it. But thanks for watching, and stay tuned on the next anime review. Later.